In the world of cars, not every model is a shining example of engineering excellence and consumer delight. Some, despite bearing the badges of popular brands, have left drivers scratching their heads, wondering what the designers and manufacturers were thinking. We all know that even the best car manufacturers can hit a pothole now and then, but today we're shining a spotlight on those cringe-worthy creations that should have never left the drawing board. From peculiar design quirks to notorious reliability issues, we're embarking on a journey to explore the top 11 worst car models from popular brands. Number 11, 1970 AMC Gremlin. The AMC Gremlin, built in the 1970s, is a well-known example of a terrible automobile model, and there are numerous reasons why. To begin with, the Gremlin's design was out of the ordinary. Its small, boxy shape and abrupt hatchback-style rear end drew widespread derision and gave it a reputation as one of the least visually acceptable automobiles of its day. Its unusual architectural choices did not endear it to potential purchasers, and it frequently became the target of mockery. The Gremlin's performance was similarly mediocre, with weak engines that failed to provide even moderate acceleration. The car's handling and ride comfort left much to be desired, resulting in a less than pleasant driving experience. Overall, the AMC Gremlin's unconventional look, poor build quality, and underwhelming performance led to its reputation as one of the least popular and respected automobile models of its time. Number 10, 1974 Ford Mustang Cobra II. Mustang fans have specific expectations about style, speed, power, and design. The Ford Mustang Cobra II lacked all of these characteristics. The Cobra II was little more than a badly built chassis mounted on top of a Pinto frame and engine, with several dull stickers plastered on the sides and top. Ford eventually came to its senses and developed a better Mustang. Number 9, 1970 to 1977 Ford Maverick. Ford should have taken a lengthy snooze in the 1970s. Honestly, they couldn't have done any worse with automobile production. Ford sold the Maverick from 1970 to 1977 in response to the rising quantity of imports into the United States. Who wouldn't opt for a Ford instead of a BMW? Everything about this automobile was average, with the exception of the colors. You know you want a vehicle painted in Freudian gold. Number 8, 1972 Renault Le Car. If Pepe Le Pew owned a car, this would be it. Apparently, France focused all of its design efforts on clothing fads in the 1970s, leaving little for automobiles. Unless you consider automobiles that resemble two boxes stacked on top of each other as acceptable designs. As for the US, two police agencies chose the Le Car as their patrol vehicle, a decision that can only be considered a setback for law enforcement. Number 7, 1973 Austin Allegro. You cannot judge a book by its cover, and calling an automobile cheerful will not improve it. This is what Allegro implies. British Leyland worked hard to make this automobile distinctive, even including a squarish steering wheel. Why? Nonetheless, the automobile was built from 1973 to 1982 and became one of the most popular vehicles sold in the United Kingdom. Number 6, 1977 Dodge Omni. Clearly, the American car industry evolved significantly following the 1973 gasoline crisis. Buyers no longer wanted gigantic land yachts propelled by big V8 engines. Instead, the demand for fuel-efficient, small automobiles increased. Chrysler created the Omni to meet the demands of post-oil crisis purchasers. The car went on the market in 1977. Unfortunately, the Omni wasn't great. The car was poorly built and underdeveloped, and its little flat floor engine was significantly underpowered. Don't forget the poor handling, weak brakes, and several other problems. Despite these shortcomings, Dodge sold more than 3 million Omnis. Number 5, 1970 to 1980, Lancia Beta. Initially, the general public praised the Beta. This should come as no surprise, given that the sporty luxury sedan appeared to satisfy all of the criteria. It had a high-quality finish, an amazing design inside and out, and a moderately strong flat-4 engine under the hood. However, its initial enthusiastic reaction was short-lived. A few months after the Beta's debut, it was discovered that the vehicle was exceedingly rust-prone. Rumors circulated that the car's body was made of Soviet steel thanks to a collaboration between Fiat and Lada, but this was never substantiated. Number 4, 1971 Morris Marina. Do you recall the Morris Marina? Of course you don't. Nobody does. This automobile was likely the most nondescript in Britain during the 1970s. It was a success in Britain despite its inadequate design, engine difficulties, and monotonous name. More than 250,000 were sold, but popularity does not ensure excellence. The automobile was built with a suspension flaw, which was only fixed after selling 30,000 of the Morris Marinas. Number 3, 1975 AMC Pacer. The AMC Pacer was nicknamed the Flying Fishbowl because of its huge windows, which allowed everyone to see what you were doing as you sped down the road. The Pacer, with its squat body and broad wheelbase, was intended to be another cheap automobile created to counter the flood of imports. However, it is difficult to claim fuel economy when a 6-cylinder engine is beneath the hood. The Pacer holds the distinction of being the first mass-produced automobile with a cab-forward design, so it is something. Number 2, 1970 to 1977, Chevrolet Vega. The Chevrolet Vega is often regarded as one of the worst automobile models in automotive history, and it's easy to understand why. It's as if Chevrolet decided to take deliberate obsolescence to the next level. The Vega's infamous aluminum engine block was like a wayward teenager, prone to overheating and warping, resulting in failures. This issue alone harmed the Vega's reputation for dependability and left a negative taste in the mouths of many owners who had to cope with frequent engine problems. Vega performed below expectations. Its engines lacked the power required for rapid acceleration and interstate travel. The end result was a disappointing driving experience that left a lot to be desired, as the car failed to keep up with its competition in terms of performance and handling. The Chevrolet Vega was a perfect storm of engine problems, poor performance, and quick corrosion, solidifying its position in automotive history as a model of what not to do when designing a car. Number 1, 1970 to 77, Ford Pinto. The Ford Pinto, known for its explosive reputation, is ranked first. The Pinto's design had a rear-mounted gas tank that tended to rupture in rear-end crashes, resulting in massive explosions. This safety issue became the car's sad hallmark, cementing its position in the annals of automotive mistakes. The Pinto's overall build quality fell short, to say the least. It appeared like a curse had touched every component of the automobile, from its fragile body panels that dented at the least provocation to its electrical system. The Pinto nearly became associated with disappointment, as owners were afflicted by an apparently never-ending list of technical issues. While other automakers were making advances in design and engineering throughout the 1970s, the Pinto felt like a throwback to a bygone age, both in terms of appearance and performance. It was as if Ford had mistaken a time capsule for a cutting-edge car, leaving purchasers wanting more in terms of appearance, performance, and safety. The Ford Pinto serves as a sharp reminder that, even in the world of automobiles, not all that glitters is gold, and that certain vehicles, such as this notorious little number, were better left in the past. That's all for today. If you like this video, smash that like button and subscribe for more awesome content. Catch you in the next video.